I want to take a minute and just let this sink in with Lendconnect. Okay, um, this is post ICO right here. There was a good week of FUD going on about this ICO, and we're looking at about less than 50 cents, probably anywhere from 40 cents to 30 cents. Um, and I started talking about this thing like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. But I bought in the ICO. I have, if you look back in my channel, I did a review on it and I bought. And they're the way that they presented themselves and their ideas, I thought were awesome. Right. I totally thought they were awesome. I thought it was an awesome idea um, to do exchange for lending platforms. I really like the idea, and I went in on this ICO heavier than any other ICO that I bought at the time, and I was buying a lot, probably 3 times more on this ICO than any other one. And when the FUD was going on, believe me, man, I had thoughts going through my mind like, Jesus, what is happening to this coin? But I just hung on, right? And at some point somewhere in here, they did the Q&A and started the broadcast Telegram and everything, and we all met Sam, and it just started getting more and more optimistic. And as much, man, I really wish I would have doubled up in this point here. I could have, but I already had such a big position. I was just like, I got a big enough position. I'm just gonna ride it out. I was either gonna ride it into the ground, or it was gonna come to fruition. Man, I gave it some time. I mean, this is a good 10, 11 days. And then this happened. Introduction of the 1.5% to 5% rates, and we move a little bit forward, right? Profit taking, a little bit of fear, and then introduction of the promotion, right? So, this right here is the tower that we were looking at just a couple days ago. This was the Tower of Glory for a few days, and I did a bunch of other videos. You guys should check them out, talking about Lendconnect and talking about the consolidation that happened right after this run up. And you can see it, right? Just build up, right? And you can actually look and see that this retracement right here and this consolidation is just pressure building up, right? Which looks really similar to this one just before this other run up, right? But bang, here's what we got today. We're up at $40, and there's a lot of people that are upset, because they loaned clear back here. Let's see, I think it was probably somewhere around here. And here's what I have to say to that is that, live with your decisions. Okay. The writing has been on the wall for Lendconnect, right? There's been so many signs that this was going to happen. And there's been a lot of us, that have been, believing in the platform from clear back here. Some of us have been in channels, right? Even before Lendconnect joined their official channel, where this sell-off was happening, and there was a massive, it looks like this is a dump. There was a good amount of the community that supported this coin. There's a reason why this coin didn't go below 30 cents. There was massive amounts of people that were buying and just like scratching their heads and wondering, what the hell were you guys thinking that we're selling this coin? So the writing has been on the wall for Lendconnect, and if you locked in 100% of your coins at $5, then you didn't do your research. You're gonna make a massive amount of money with that loan you did. Okay, you got 5% a day for 11 days, right? Compound it and build yourself up, right? And this, if anything, you should be really happy because this platform is going to be a huge success. Okay. When we were looking at this tower, this guy, showed its face today, and what do you think is going to happen, in the coming weeks leading up to the internal exchange? Okay. We're, right here is where we're going to be able to convert USD to Lendconnect, right? So we can expect there's probably gonna be a little bit of a pullback back in this time, right here. But you know, then what is it like 10 days after this, the internal exchange comes out, right? So I want to talk about strategy. So because I had my strategy laid out, but I've changed my mind about what I'm doing. But I didn't. Let's see here. I didn't 100% follow through with my own strategy. And the reason why is because I'm reacting to what's happening, right? This thing's working out exactly the way that I thought it was going to. And, don't be surprised or amazed, really, that we're at $40. Because here's the thing, right? At $40 Lend Connect, right? At a $40 Lend Connect, we're like, what would that be? 40. That's like a $13 DAV, right? This is what happens with positive news, right? On a low float asset, right? Low float assets are going to skyrocket with positive news, right? And that's what we can expect to happen, and that is exactly what is happening, right? But with our low market cap, um, this assessment of Lendconnect as a business is the same assessment as Daver, was when it was $13. Okay. So, you know, when we reach $100, that's like a $33 DAV, right? So it's not like a big surprise. But this right here, you know, when you got something that is a gold mine, right? Don't ever take 100% of your position and do anything with it. Don't sell it. Don't, don't loan it all, right? What you should be doing is doing it in steps, okay? Because like I did this, I executed this, right? I sold this and took some profits at $15, and then I also loaned 350 coins at $15. And do I regret it? Yeah, a little bit, because I didn't expect us to go to 40 so fast, but I knew we were going to go to 40, and that's why I didn't take a massive position and sell it off or loan it, right? I took a very small position, very conservative position, just over 5%, right? I sold and then I loaned, right? And the reason why is because, I'm going to compound that for 8 days at 5% interest, and then I'm going to continue to compound because this is such a small position. This is going to be my seed that I'm going to grow into $100,000 loan or more, maybe, depending on how it's going with the platform. I might pound this sucker out even higher than that, right? But this right here is double my seed money almost, so my seed money's out. So all of this is going to be just pure profit for the remainder of this life of this platform, which really, who knows how long it can go, right? This coin could go higher than we could even imagine realistically, because of the low float, right? There's going to be like hardly any coins available for trade, guys. There's going to be so many coins that are going to get locked up in loans. There's going to be a small percentage of the total circulation that's going to be out there available for trade, and people are going to be flocking to this thing wanting to get those interest rates. They're not going to give a crap what the price of the coin is. They're going to want to get the interest rates, right? We haven't even gotten to that point yet. We still don't have major YouTube promoters talking about this thing very much. I mean, they're starting to just touch on it, and we're flooding into their channels and spamming the crap out of them, and they're noticing, right? They're definitely noticing, but they're not really like covering it, right? We only have a handful of larger YouTubers that are talking about this thing. Just wait, because it's gonna get to the point where they cannot ignore it. They're gonna have to acknowledge what is going on with Lendconnect, right? So, but then today, right? Today we flew through 25. So I skipped, right? I didn't execute this right here, right? So I can just delete this right out of my plan. Okay. Now we're closing in on 50, and I'm kind of scratching my head. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I might execute this step, but the point is that my plan can be changed, right? If you go and you make a gigantic decision to sell off your entire stash or loan your entire stash, you're going to get yourself into a position that you regret. Okay. If we retrace all the way back down to $15, right? I still have my coins. I haven't lost anything, right? That's going to kind of suck if that happens. But I made this move right here. And if we retrace back to 15, you know, chances are we're going back up, right? So I haven't made any kind of critical mistakes that I'm going to regret by doing this. I have a $5,000 loan that's getting paid 50 or 5% a day for 7 to 8 days, right? And I'm going to compound that every single day, right? And I have my siblings have accounts above me where they're loaning in Lendconnect too, and they're getting commission off of my loans, right? So it friggin' works out awesome, right? So I was happy to do this. And then the other thing too, when I did this sell, right? When we hit 15, I sold this 350, and you know what I did? I immediately put in a buy order with this Bitcoin right here, and I had it sitting just in case we dip back down to 13 to or 12 to $13 prices, right? So this kind of a system can really set you up to scoop up some extra coins, right? You're playing the game a little bit. You're not really swing trading, right? I was willing to take my profits at $15 on this on this sell order, but then I immediately flipped it around and put myself in a position to up my coin count by 50 to 60 coins, right? So this kind of a strategy can work out a lot better, right? And that's part of the reason why when we get to this 50, I might just put myself in this position, because I think we're probably going to be there within the next 12 hours, so I might put myself in this position. The only thing is, now I'm questioning, we're moving so fast. I might hold off on the loan, but maybe still set myself up with the sell at 250, right? And then that way, if we hit 50 and retrace back down to like 40 or 30, right? I can scoop up a bunch of coins. Or I'm just going to take my profits and I'm going to be happy with that, right? So, come up with a system like this, you guys. This right here, I think, is definitely a way to go. Don't just sell yourself short. This Lendconnect's not going to be the last one. Okay. Lendconnect will not be the last one. Daver really paved the way for how to get it done right, I think. And Lendconnect is taking that path and improving it, right? That's what I think. And there's going to be another one that's going to come up right behind it. And it's probably going to happen sooner than we think. So, don't think that just because you locked in all your coins in Lendconnect, you screwed up and there's no going back, and it's like going to be the worst end of the world or whatever. Don't think that. Just learn from your mistakes, right? And then come up with a better way to do it next time. So congratulations to everybody. This is freaking unbelievable. Like I said, let's take a look at this freaking thing again. Unbelievable. How do I get this? Wow. Look at that chart for Lendconnect. Amazing. Congratulations, guys, especially if you got in at ICO. Anybody that got in, at any one of these levels really is happy as hell right now. And I'll tell you guys right now, if this ends up going the way that I'm predicting, okay, getting in at $40 is still a massive. It's going to be a massive amount of gains that you're going to get, right? I think that you're still going to see 10x at $40. So that's just my opinion. You guys are entitled to yours. Let me know what you guys think by leaving a comment, and smash the thumbs up and hit the bell if you want to stay tuned. Take care.